Okay, in this video, we're just going to look over a couple things that are important in terms of Google and some more information on the class. So I'm in my course, and you're in your Google course. If you just go to Sessions and Session 1, and then you will see the very first slide is our face-to-face meeting, which we were supposed to have. So go ahead and click on that presentation, and now you have access to all that I'm going to go ahead and talk through. So this is a Google presentation that was shared with you. And I'm going to go through this fairly quickly, so feel free to pause it if at any time if you want to jot some stuff down. But remember, you always have access to this, so you may not need to do that. So welcome to Google for Educators. Again, I already explained it. My name is Jenny Brikita, and I teach math at Ralston Valley High School. And my experience with online learning is writing courses and then teaching other professional development courses for Jeffco. So our course timeline, we are going to be in here for 8 weeks. It goes from January 11th through March 7th. Our course goes Wednesday to Wednesday. So Tuesday at midnight is when the cutoff is. So next Tuesday at midnight, you're done with session 1 and session 2 will start. You need to log in at least 3 different times per week. So pay attention to this part. In the discussion board, do not post everything on the same day. I'm looking that you are participating at numerous times. So your first post in the discussion board is due Saturday by midnight of each week. And then you need to log in later in the week and go ahead and post or respond to at least 2 other people. So by the end of Tuesday at midnight of that session, you need to have posted at least 3 different times. If that does not make sense, please let me know. But do not do all your posts Saturday at 8 p.m. They need to be kind of sporadic throughout the week. Course credit will be processed in March. So asynchronous online learning, that's what's so great, is that we can log into this course whenever we feel like we have time. So whether it's 8 o'clock at night when the kids are asleep, or at other times throughout the day, you have lots of opportunities to go ahead and do some online learning. So again, I need you to log in at least 3 times per week. Auditing is not an option, meaning you are in this course and you are responsible to do everything in this course. You need to participate in all online discussions. In terms of weekly assignments, we don't have too many. Those are mostly tied in with the discussion board, but you do have journal entries. And please refer to the rubrics, which I showed you in that first video, and complete your final project. Tips and tricks for success. I will send out constant reminders, but please make sure that you have set a time where you know that you're going to be working on this course. Okay, so credit options. You have a couple options here. First of all, you have Jeffco in-service credit, which you should have clicked on the little box when you signed up for ESS. $15 is automatically taken out of your paycheck, and that can be used for salary advancement in Jeffco, but half of your credits have to be master level. So this isn't necessarily master level if you do the Jeffco in-service. If you have questions about that, I would contact Human Resources and kind of ask them about your situation. You also have the option for Adams State credit. And so for Adams State credit, it's all done online, and there's a link in our course. 3 credits for $165, which is pretty nice. And like I said, it'll be processed by the end of March. You can't get both in-service and grad credit, and everyone goes ahead and gets clock hours. If you have any questions about that, down here you can contact Katie Ack, and she can kind of answer those. You can also earn a technology certificate. So by taking a lot of these courses, you can get a certificate, which in the crisis of budget cuts and jobs and that kind of stuff, it's always nice to beef up your resume. Okay, moving on. We're not going to do that, obviously. So I want to talk a little bit about what is Jeffco Google Apps. So I have another link to a presentation that you can go ahead and check out. Again, you have access to this as soon as it comes up. Okay. Well, Jeffco Google Apps has really beefed it up. We used to only have access to Docs on the calendar, and now we have Gmail and Google Groups and Picasa and Aviary and eBlogger. We're not going to get into all that information, but I just want you to be aware of what's out there. So it keeps changing. We used to just have Google Docs, Google Calendar, and Google Sites. With School Center not going to be here as of August, Google Sites is a great option for us to create our classroom websites. everyone has access. Well, that's not important. So again, the whole importance of Google, or why we find it such a benefit, is this are all of our technology standards, especially when it comes to collaboration and communication. You're going to learn throughout the course that Google is a great way to reach those standards. We have some contacts, which are really easy. The nice thing about Jeffco is that you can just add, when you go in to add people, you can just type in people's names and they're automatically going to come up if they're affiliated with Jeffco. So how you can share it with students, it's much easier than in the past, and we'll go through that. It used to be that sites could not be public, so people would have to log in, but now we have the ability to make our stuff public, meaning that parents and other community members can access our sites or other things if we want them to, without having to have a Jeffco login. Now you can always make things secure for your students only, and that's nice to at least have that option. Teachers have Gmail, and some of our students do right now. It's directly affiliated with your Jeffco Google account. So it's just like Gmail normally is. And if we come to this page, I would come back to this presentation if I were you, and I would have that Gmail account forwarded to your OWA account. That's what I do. So anytime a kid shares a document with me, even though I get a notification in my Google or my Jeffco Gmail, it automatically comes to my OWA account. So I never check my Gmail one. I only keep it here. Google Groups are another way to have discussions and have group projects. And you can click here to learn more about groups. I'm not going to go through that. This is really important. And I will show you exactly where this located is here in a second. Jeffco has created this website for teachers in terms of Google, and it kind of gives us tutorials on all the tools. So even after this course is over, you are still going to have access to tutorials and other resources as we learn to use Google. Okay, so there was that. Let's see what else I have here. In terms of management. So let me pull this up. I was just seeing how much time I'm on. Still good. Okay, it's slowly but surely coming up, which is good. But I want to take you to the Jeffco Employee Connection. So from Jeffco Employee Connection, here is how you can access Google through Jeffco. If you just go to Logins, and then you come down here into Jeffco Google Apps. So this is the resource page that I was talking about. It gives you all of these resources and webinars for how we can use Google in our classroom, or just some ideas. This is important over here. So service desk supported. If you have any problems with Google Docs, Google Sites, Calendar, or Google Contacts, you can contact Jeffco Help Center 24 hours, and they will help you. They have control over if you can't log in, all that kind of stuff. These ones over here, the self-supported ones, I still encourage you to use them, but you might have to do a little more problem solving on your own. They are not necessarily supported by the service desk. So just kind of a heads up on that. Really, really cool stuff that eventually you might be interested in checking out. But anyways, to log in, you just go to the Google Tool Login. And you'll have a login. I'm already logged in, but it's how you would log into your ESS, or all your logins should be the same. And then if I go into Docs, so into Docs, it kind of looks like an email. And mine actually is pretty clean right now because I've really cleaned it up. But what you will see is that when you're in the home screen, you're going to see every single thing that you've ever created with Google. Google doesn't have folders. What they have are what they call collections. So when you want to go ahead, and so all these little silver files that you see over here, those are all collections or folders. So even though I create stuff, so for example, I'll go into my pre-calc notes. Here's all my pre-calc notes. I've saved them all, and then I put them into a folder. So they're all in my folder. So that's kind of how it works. Now, if I take this student voice template here and I put it into block 7, So I have now put it into a folder, and I can see that because it says right here block 7. However, I still see it in my home. It doesn't take it out of my home. So what you want to do is once you have moved it, you want to go into, well, let's see, where's my option here? That's not what I wanted to do. Hold on just a moment. Go back into home. Okay, I don't want that to be shown. Okay, so here we go. So I moved it and we can see that it's been shared. And then if I just right click on it, I'm going to say don't show in home. So me not showing it at home, it just takes it out of my home screen. It did not take it out of where I put it in. It's still going to be there. And I put it into block 7. I have a lot of stuff in there. But it will be somewhere down there, the student voice. So it's just not in my home screen. I can actually put it in folders. So that's something that's really important as you learn how to organize this. So there you go with that kind of stuff. And I'll be back with just a few more things and then we can wrap it up.